coming with you with my morning drive. This morning I got to go downtown and I got to pick up Mom for the doctors. I'm like, well, I can't do it later. I got to go ahead and film it now because it's not no later as an option. So I'm trying to figure this route at the same time while I'm talking to you as well. Downtown and around. I want to go this way. Let me try this route. I think I remember. Yeah, so today's topic is we come in peace. A lot of things happened last night. I was coming up and I said, what's, because the other day when I was videotaping, I almost came out with the DM's real name. And I was like, what's it like a nickname instead of me saying DM all the time, my DM? What's a nickname that I could call him? Because I always believe in having naming power. What can I call him is a nickname. We all know that's who I'm talking about. And so it came to me, ooh, I might get off at Lake Street. That would be nice. And then Lake on over, and that's going to take me right there. And so I came up with Demi, which almost sound like Jimmy, but that's not his name, so don't get happy. Like, I got who it is. No, you ain't got a clue. On that. So Demi, like demigods, like Greek, that means small god. So that way it kind of remind him about the essence as far as what he actually and truly is. We all are gods too. And so then I said, yeah, I'll call him that. Let me see if I can make it that far. Not that I'm getting off at to be able to soar. All right, soar like an eagle, fly like an eagle to the sea. Fly like the eagle, let your spirit carry me. I want to fly. Fly into the future. You better slow down. Time keep on slipping into the future. So yeah, that is true. We want to fly like an eagle. So it means get up higher, be able to be up higher over the target side, know what we want to be able to target, snatch up so we go up higher so we can get a more bird's eye view about what we actually want to see coming to fruition, and then take that information so we can be able to actually target the thing that we want, swoop down and get what we want, and then be able to feast on that thing. Okay, it's important for us to understand, and why they brought up the title, we came in peace, is that everything is all working out in our good, and we've got to really have that outlook when we're thinking about on this journey. Yes, even the DM is also working out. I should have got off. Is working for the benefit of our good as well, and is ensuring that that we make sure that we'll be successful. We forget that the DM, which is our other half, wants union just as much as we do. Now, what that union looks like is maybe varies. However, union is their objective, and that's exactly what they want as well. This plane ain't moving, and so we have to keep that in mind, because I think a lot of times we think with the DM is like it's sleeping with the enemy. It's like, again, this big statement they keep on telling me to tell you all, like I see the word say Blue Island, which means blue represents communication, like how we communicating, as if we keep on perpetually stating that we are island. And they keep on saying no man is an island to itself. We're not there or built just to be just for ourselves or isolated. That the DM is also there on that island, just like Gilligan's Island, that they all were on there. If might seem like he's a lot of times doing things and plotting to get off the island, but he said, when I'm plotting, heck, I'm plotting it really for two, for you to get off as well. It ain't just me. So that's an interesting aspect that they bring. Last night, really what I had did on my cards and my readings for the one that I said about the DM, it's a must see. One, what was it titled? Once a DM wants to say goodbye. A lot of the things they're making sure you will be able to have quality time. That actually happened. That's why I try to say about just go with the flow. They say smooth moves. Just go with the flow, you know. Went to go visit him, you know. And then we spent some time afterwards. And it wasn't nothing like I had planned. You know, I know I had told him I had a 50 conversation with him, with Demi. And I told him, I said, listen here, I'm getting bored. If you going to keep on showing up the way you showing up, I'm ready to check out. I'm just going to be really 100% honest with you. You know, I know I've been doing the work. You should at least, you got to show me some type of daggone evidence to say, yeah, I see you, boo. I know you doing the work, you know, yada, 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 except for having this same stuff showing up all of the time. I say, this ain't working for me. I deserve a little reward. So, we spent some time. We had some time that brought us closer. And how I know that it did bring us some closer, because this morning I told him about, you know, like I said, I let him in on what I'm doing, because I don't want the day that when we do get together in physical union, he's like, oh my God, I wish I would have known you did readings. I ain't really too comfortable with psychic stuff and doing readings and that stuff nature. And, you know, I wish I would have known so I could prepare myself. Here, another hurdle him and I got to cross over or to deal with, because of him saying, you know, I'm not ready. I wasn't really ready for that. You know, and I want him, Lake Street is bagged. I'm just going to ride Lake then. Sitting on that. Ohio don't look too bad either. No, wait a second. All of a sudden, I'm trying to reroute and recalibrate as I'm going along here. I know Ohio gonna be interesting too. Might well take it all the way to them. Yeah, I'm trying to look and see at the same time. It is what it is. And so yeah. So I was like, you know, I told him about it. Like I said, I don't want it later on down the road to come out, and then he like, here another thing I got to get adjusted with. I already know she's a little interesting. I put it that way. And here we put on this extra layer here that saying, okay, now she talking about she practice, you know, she do readings and that and that. So I've been telling him all along, you know, and I told you like that. I have a running joke like he's a partner in what I'm doing, and you know that. Yeah, that he's a partner in what I'm doing, and you know, and he's like, yeah, okay, what we doing? Do we get any customers? Something, you know, that. And I said, okay, well, we partners now. He's like, okay. So this morning I had told him also as well that I was doing this trust series, and I really wanted an aspect from a male aspect as well, to really know about as far as what I'm doing. You know, how do men view? You know, I can tap into the divine masculine. That's fine. They energies. They talk. They don't have a problem with doing it. You know, and I love that, and I thank them for that. However, I'm just saying for myself, I just want to really make sure that from a 3D aspect, I need to spin from males their aspects as well. I got a couple of people that I know males that I can tap in and ask them questions too, but it's also nice to know that three really, there's DMs that are twins, and I can ask them for help to do that. So I'll be asking their spin and their slanter, but for me to get the Demi to get on board, and he's like, yeah, sure, I'll help you. And Demi has a background. He has a bachelor's in psychology anyway. So that's very helpful, because he reminds me all the time. I got my background is in psychology. My background is psychology, right? Because when you be talking to me about your kids and stuff, you know where I'm coming from. I'm like, okay, here we go. So yeah, and so and it's nothing, but he's right. But sometimes I do talk to him. Like I just tell you, I ain't gonna tell him. But sometimes I do be forgetting. But anyway, so yeah, so I like, okay, so getting that aspect. So I'm very excited. Ooh, I didn't know they did that. Lord have mercy, covered up. So I'm very to somebody that felt like y'all just said, I cannot see you, so I can hear you. So I'm very excited about that aspect, that he's like, yeah, I'll help you. Any questions you want to ask, you need me to help out with, that's great. And that tells me as a testimonial to myself, for us to get to that point, what, as far as what we have done, what I have done as far as the work, and for him to go ahead and to show up like that lets me know that I've been doing actually the work. And that's a good thing, and that's a good validation and a concrete, thank you Jesus, concrete evidence that I have been actually doing the work, and it's showing. So what I want to see, I'm trying to see where Hubba is that over that one, is it down some? And so with that saying and having that understanding, is that we have to stop thinking about that they're not coming in peace. Although they're coming in, like I said, with the dojo situations, they're helping us to learn through lessons and have a quite of an understanding of who we are. When we don't like it, they're hard teachers. I've seen on Twin Flame All Stars, his say no light. Yeah, it seemed like they're operating from no light, but that's not true. It is. They come from darkness, and in that darkness, they help us to be able to find the light, and turn, and then they in turn find the light for themselves. However, he had his title I seen the other day, which was they're the Twin Flames are the best teachers, which is true. And you heard me say this on this channel before, that a lot of times those hard teachers that you had, elementary school, high school, and in college, were the ones that truly had made you say, you know what, I got the lesson. You ain't got to worry about me dooming to repeat that sucker again. I got, trust and believe, I got it. I got it. Yes, indeed, I got it. And so, that's something that we have to keep in mind, because of those hard ways, or the negatives. Sometimes the negative things help us to really to shed light on what is the positives, and gives more weight and validity to it. That's what they bring it to me. That's like, again, in bad relationships, how you gonna be able to know what's a good relationship unless you've been through a bad one? Those bad ones help you to be more grateful, saying, oh, thank you Jesus, about some things, as well as the next street. And so, without you experience those ones, you wouldn't be able to, if I take, what is this? I'm sorry, hold on one second. That's Ontario. I think that's Wales up next. Okay, yeah, I'm trying to get these streets. When I'm down here now, y'all gonna be, I ain't gonna get panicky. Lord, last time I came down here, I told y'all about the daggone Whacker Drive experience. I like, oh Jesus, I was calling on everybody to help me on out. Thank God. The angels, Bar Jacob Michael, Dad, every daggone body. I was like, They're like, hold on, calm down. I know I was having a full-blown panic attack down there, and they was like, hold on. Dad had to step in, I guess wherever he was, swooped up somewhere, and being himself wherever he was at. And he's like, hold on, I got to stop and go down here, help her real quick, because she had lost her ever beloved man. Down here at Whacker Drive. I'm like, know where the hell I'm going with. Oh, that one, but you know, they again, like I said, they're here. You know, those bad relationships help us to be able to recognize what is actually the good in things. Okay. And so that's what I wanted to just let you know. And then, like I said, they might be hard teachers, but they're not. They, like they say, we really here for the good. So let me say this quickly because I think it's the next street over that I got to go. Oh, flamingos. So yeah. So my thing is to understand this. I am doing. The DMs contacted me this morning, stated that they wanted me to do. Yeah, it sure is. Ain't number 2 streets over. Stated that they wanted me to be able to do a live answering you all's questions. And so, you know, used to be going across there. Y'all got me sticking out there like that. Doing a live. Okay, well, no use doing that. Doing a live with y'all. Yeah, well, you go on through if you want to. Doing a live with you all's questions. So, hit me and email me at divineunisols11.com. divineunisols11@gmail.com. So I can take you all on Sunday. I'm going to read you all's questions and ask the cards to answer them as well. And maybe if some of them is kind of intriguing, I might hit the Demi up and see what he thinks about it too. All right, till next time, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste, Namago. Love you. Until next time.